In an increasingly complex world where knowledge and specialization are vast, human errors, even the simplest, can have catastrophic consequences. This is the central premise of the Checklist Manifesto, How to Get Things Right by surgeon and author Atul Gawande. Far from being an apologia for simplicity, the book is a profound reflection on how discipline and standardization, through a tool as simple as a checklist, can mitigate the flaws inherent to human nature in highly complex fields such as medicine, aviation, and construction. The following are the central ideas by chapter. 1. The problem of extreme complexity. Gawande introduces the idea that failures in the modern world are due less to ignorance and more to ineptitude. The increasing complexity of tasks exceeds the capacity of a single individual to handle them without errors. 2. The checklist. Through the history of aviation, the introduction of the checklist for the B-17 bomber, we demonstrate how this tool allowed pilots to operate an aircraft that was considered too complex to fly. Checklists are presented as a cognitive safety net against forgetfulness and omissions. 3. The end of the master builder. In the past, a master builder could oversee all aspects of a project. Today, specialization is so high that collaboration among multiple experts is required. This chapter explores how checklists facilitate communication and coordination among these specialists. For the idea, Gawande explores how checklists can decentralize power and encourage decision-making at the periphery, where the action is. He contrasts the failure of the centralized response to Hurricane Katrina with the success of Walmart's decentralized strategy, which used checklists to empower its employees. 5. The first test. The author recounts his own efforts and those of his team to develop and implement a surgical safety checklist at the World Health Organization. The initial challenges and resistance to the idea that surgeons, considered experts, needed such a basic tool are detailed. 6. The checklist factory. Not all checklists are created equal. This chapter delves into the principles for designing effective checklists. They should be concise, precise, focus on critical points that are often forgotten, and be practical in the setting in which they will be used. 7. The test. The results of the pilot study of the WHO checklist in 8 hospitals around the world are presented. The results are compelling. Use of the checklist reduced complications and deaths by more than a third, demonstrating its effectiveness in a wide variety of settings. 8. The hero in the age of checklists. Gawande addresses the cultural resistance to the use of checklists, particularly ego and the perception that they undermine professional autonomy and expertise. He argues that true heroism lies not in individual infallibility, but in the humility to recognize our limitations and adopt tools that improve teamwork. 9. Salvation. The book concludes with a reflection on the transformative power of checklists. They are not simply task lists, but tools that foster a culture of discipline, communication, and accountability. By standardizing the mundane, they free professionals to focus on the more complex and unforeseen aspects of their work. In conclusion, the Checklist Manifesto is a call to humility and discipline in a world of overwhelming complexity. Atul Gawande convincingly demonstrates that while knowledge and technology have advanced by leaps and bounds, our ability to apply them consistently and confidently has not kept pace. The checklist, in its simplicity, emerges as a powerful solution, not to replace expert judgment, but to augment it, ensuring that critical steps are not omitted and that the power of collective knowledge is fully leveraged. Ultimately, the book teaches us that to achieve excellence in complex tasks, we often need to go back to basics and rely on simple tools to save us from ourselves. If you enjoyed it, give it a like and subscribe for more knowledge.